Welcome back to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament presented by Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramkota.
Howard to the faceoff circle, pass in front for Greasy, scores! Howard with a good pass, and Ashton Grease, his 15th of the year.
The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown.
And here comes Max Moore in on a break, he scores! Max Moore makes it 2-1 with 4:50 to play in the first period.
14th goal for Moore on the
Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota.
Brookings Rangers have all got their helmets unhinged. They're ready to throw it in celebration. Down to 5 seconds. For the first time since 2017, the Brookings Rangers are state champions of South Dakota.
Now let's join John Winkler, Jeff Anderson, and Jim Lloyd for the call.
For the final time in these last 2 weekends, we welcome you in here on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR and on a KKQQ, as we welcome you in to the state championship between the Brookings Rangers and the Rushmore Thunder. It's almost like it's on repeat from last year to this year here in Sioux Falls. This time it's at the Furniture Mart at Shields Iceplex. Instead of being at the Denny Sanford, these two teams meet up for the opportunity to claim the state championship.
Well, Brookings hope it's a repeat because they won last year 5-0, but I think Rushmore will have a lot to say about that, considering Brookings went out there and lost twice to Rushmore this year, 4-3 in overtime and 4-3 the second night.
Well, this is a battle between the two biggest teams in the state of South Dakota right now, and both of these teams deserve to be here.
Yes.
Unbeaten Rushmore, of course. Right now, they're the best team in the state until somebody proves them wrong.
That's right.
Brookings Rushmore comes in, having been in the state championship for the last 4 years, excluding COVID, because nobody was in the state championship. The last 4 state championship games, they won it back in 2018, they lost in 2019, and they lost in 2021. So they're looking to go back to their 2018 ways and win, which, oh, by the way, was an overtime winner in 2018 over Sioux Falls. So just to throw that out there, the last time Rushmore won a state championship, it was in overtime. Brookings, on the other hand, they don't have to go very far. You just go back 365 days ago, and it was a 5-0 win for the Brookings Rangers over the Rushmore Thunder at the Denny Sanford Premier Center to pick up their state championship. As this is for this game, Brookings, you got to feel like they're pretty confident going in. Rushmore, though, you can't not be confident when you're 22-0 and you're 1 win away from a perfect season and a state title.
But along with that, though, for the Rushmore comes a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
It's tough to go through a year undefeated, number one.
And I can tell you, a team that goes undefeated and they lose in the state championship, the season's a loss. Isn't it? I mean, because those kids don't accept anything else besides winning a state tournament right now.
So this is a
very good point.
A big matchup, and again, this was the game of back. They played back-to-back days, as they do. Rushmore plays just about everybody back-to-back days, except for the Capitals. But it was 2 games on January 15th and 16th. A 4-3 overtime winner for Rushmore in Rapid City, and a 4-3 regulation win for Rushmore in Rapid City. And the Rangers at 17-1-1-1 in the season. 2 of those of the 1-1s are from the Rushmore Thunder. The only other one is Sioux Falls 1, which they avenged their tie last night to get to this point. Rushmore doesn't have to worry. Really, the last time that Rushmore lost a game was at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. They haven't lost since then, and they're trying to go a full calendar year without losing a hockey game.
Well, and in all honesty, depending on how this game comes out, the 2 losses that Brookings had in Rushmore and Rapid City might be the best thing that ever happened to this team, because they thought nobody could beat them, and they found out they're gettable.
Yeah, they only lost a couple of games in overtime. They did lose the Capitals last year in overtime and towards the end of the season, but nobody has been able to beat them in regulation. And then Rushmore did that on Sunday after beating them in overtime. So also, to throw that out there, it's hard to beat a team once. It's hard to come back and beat them the next day, and Rushmore did that. But the next hardest thing is to try and beat someone 3 times.
Yeah.
And that's what Rushmore has to do now, almost 2 months, actually, just about 2 months later.
But Rushmore has gotten into Brookings' head.
You think so?
I think so.
You think so? Well,
yeah.
We're going to find out here in just a little bit, because we're getting close to puck drop here. We're going to step aside for our pregame break, and when we come back, we have for you starting lineups. I believe we'll have the national anthem as well, and we will have for you puck drop of the 2022 state championship game. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Wahi Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back and getting set for puck drop between the Brookings Rangers and the Rushmore Thunder. And we'll send it down to the PA.
Over the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. It's the championship game, and the visiting team on the scoreboard is the Brookings Rangers. And the team on the scoreboard, the Rushmore Thunder. Let's meet the starters of both teams. First for Brookings, starting on the bench, number 6, Luke Hong Kong. Logan Bortman. At forward number 88, Owen Schneider. And in goal today for the Rangers, number 39, Cade Brecker. And now the starting lineup for the home team, Rushmore Thunder. On defense, number 7, Parker Brandon. On defense, number 25, Duncan Chisholm. And forward, number 27, Hunter Walla. At forward, number 19, A.J. Pintato. At forward, number 5, Dawson Worth. And in goal for the Thunder, number 31, Michael Hobby. Your officials for today's game, as assigned by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association, are as follows. Referees are Brad Shutt and Adam Kamen. Your linesmen are Jared Sterritt and Brian Rice. Off-ice officials for today's game are being brought to you by the Sioux Falls Stampede. Director of off-ice officials for the Stampede is Doug Kanan, and he'll be running the clock today. Our penalty box operators are Chris Arons and Paul Libram. Handling the live scoring is Josh Frock. My name's Randy Preston. I'll be doing the score sheet and the PA. And we'd like to thank you for the opportunity to serve this weekend. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please stand, remove your hats for the entrance of our national colors, and remain standing for the national anthem. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. Colors are being presented by Cadet Second Lieutenant Will Narrow, Cadet Sergeant Daniel Colby, Cadet Sergeant David Nelson, and Cadet Sergeant Sawyer Abbott from the Lincoln High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC. Marine Corps Junior ROTC is a full credit elective course that places heavy value on the development of self-discipline, leadership, honor, and integrity. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem by Tori Yuki.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket dragon there, the mountains bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tori Yuki, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and silent until the colors have been retired. Thank you. And folks, one more bit of ceremony if you don't mind. Go ahead and leave that rug out there for just a moment. We've got a ceremonial puck drop coming up. We can have our captains head over to the area where the flags were, please. I'd like to introduce the captain of the Sioux Falls Flyers girls varsity team that just won the state championship last week, Miss Sarah Hefty. All right, Barrett, go ahead and drop that puck.
Doesn't have a puck. She doesn't have a puck. Oh, that doesn't really work out so well.
There we go.
Look at that there.
Come on, guys.
The hands went out.
All right, Barrett, go ahead and drop that puck. Let's hear for Barrett Hefty, ladies and gentlemen.
So there we go. We had the ceremonial puck drop without a puck, and now I think we're ready to go.
That may be a first.
So here we are, game 22 of 22 over the last 2 weekends. Game 11, it was the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Mitchell Marlins in the girls hockey state championship. And now here in game 22, we'll see if it's the Brookings Rangers or the Rushmore Thunder for the state championship.
22 games, and there's anybody else in the building can match us.
That's right.
And you know it, and I know it.
we want to shot the title.
That's right.
But
And those games
Others
will,
have tried to imitate. They can't come close.
That's
22 games you will have for a while. You get to the YouTube station, you can watch them whenever you want.
That's right. We'll have all 22 up on YouTube. We actually have all 21 right now up on YouTube, and you can go back and watch that one as you're. But after this game concludes, you're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSCR Watertown, and at KKQQ Brookings. That Brookings radio station got to be pretty popular right now, although a lot of people from Brookings are here. This place is packed, and we are underway in the 2022 state championship. As the puck went into the Brookings end, it's now dumped in from the blue line in front of the red line by Rushmore. Rushmore wearing their yellow jerseys, their yellow home jerseys, and Brookings wearing their red road jerseys. Here is Dawson Worth trying to come to the front of the net. Comes back behind the cage, and Dawson Worth again, back out to the point. Duncan Chisholm. A shot is blocked up, and it already stung Talon Richter. But he's going to stay on the ice for a 3-on-2. Owen Schneider is in. Schneider looking for a shot, and Michael Hobby makes the save. We get a whistle, our first one of the state championship, with 16:26 to go here in the first period.
So both goalies have been tested right away.
Michael Hobby, he comes in to the state tournament, had 18 wins, 1.72 goals against average, 908 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. Cade Brecker had 17 wins, 0.93 goals against average, a 934 save percentage, and he finished with 8 shutouts. Tyson Dunbar picks it back up. Fans are yelling, but no call. A lot of yellow and red all over the ice here in this game. There's a shot from the top of all the way to the top of the glass from the red line. A chance comes in on Brecker. He makes a save. He's got 2. With 15:58 to go. Their shutout streak in the state tournament ended after nearly 5 games of straight shutout hockey for the Brookings Rangers. It ended yesterday when they gave up 2 goals to Sioux Falls 1, winning 6-2. The face-off, Ashton Whitty and Dawson Worth, pair of 5s, and Ashton Whitty will win that face-off, but it's still behind the cage. Alex Petrano, who won our player of the game on Friday, is now going to be picked up here by Brett Kershoff, who won our player of the game yesterday for Brookings. He gets it poked away by Keelan Merchant. Tyson Dunbar, a pass over. It's picked up by Hunter Wallop. Wallop with the shot in on Brecker. He makes the save, another whistle with 15:35 to go.
Both teams just pitching it at the net at this point to see if they can get a break.
So we've played a minute and a half of this first period. 3 shots for Rushmore, 1 for Brookings. Parker Brannon plays it back in the zone, and around it goes, back behind the net. It's picked up by Brecker, played back by Luke Honkamp, and it's over for Zach Struck. And Zach Struck for the Rangers, dumps it in the zone. Ashton Whitty will get to the first. Back to Struck, a shot and save made by Hobby. A stick save by Hobby as Struck was all alone in front. That pass comes out of the zone, picked up by Struck, put it back in the zone where Duncan Chisholm now will play it on the far side boards and up to the middle of the ice where it's cleared away, and Hunter Walla is going one-on-one into the zone. Walla with the shot that whistles wide. Back, Worth throws it at the net, and Brecker makes another save, and we get a whistle with 14:54 to go here in the first period. And more so than any other game, you probably let a little bit more pushing and shoving go at the end of the whistle.
Yeah, as a referee, you don't want to be a factor in this one. You just want to call the game like you see it.
It'll be Alex Dietrich to take the face-off. It is won by Brookings. Fanning on a clearing attempt or a pass. That was Isaac Dobesh. And as it plays out to the blue line, it is in by the Rangers. And around behind the net is picked up by Merchant. He chips it into the corner. And from the near side, it's held in. Merchant nearly slashing the stick. A couple guys fall down. And it comes out of the zone. Picked up by Dietrich. And Dietrich will swing around. Dietrich with a shot. That one goes wide of Brecker. Out to the blue line. It's held in by Merchant. Merchant throws it at the net, and Brecker makes another save. And we get another whistle with 14:17 to go. And it's just about trying to get that feel of a shot right now. But I will say that most goals don't go in when you hit the goalie square in the stomach.
No.
They usually get a lot of them.
Yeah, goalies like this, you have to get them moving. That's how you score against them.
A face-off here on the near side. It'll be picked up on the far side, or in the corner. That one by Landon Bartling. Out to the blue line. It is played here again. Carter Kirk over across. Landon Bartling will dump it in. Kate Brecker. Around it goes. And it's played by the Brookings Rangers. That one goes off of the referee. Duncan Chisholm back at the blue line. Chisholm trying to throw it on, but that was blocked up. That one by number 12 in Cole Kalber. As it's still here for the Rushmore Thunder. That shot hits another. Duncan Chisholm's had 3 opportunities, and all 3 have been blocked, and all 3 of them might have hurt whoever it was that was blocking it for Brookings. 3 different Brookings Rangers have blocked a Duncan Chisholm shot right now.
He has one of the best shots in the league.
Ashton Whitty, he goes down. Referees keep their arms down, although the fans yell looking for a call. 13:15 left to go. And another player for Brookings falls to the ice. The Rangers trying to center it out, and it will be covered up by Michael Hobby with 13:09 to go here in the first period. This is the state championship game between Brookings and Rushmore, just like it was last year, but we're at the Shields Iceplex instead of the Denny Sanford Premier Center like we were last year. The face-off will be to the left of Hobby. Wiseman directing traffic to keep guys away from inside the circle. Peterson will hold it in. Peterson didn't finish the game on Friday. It was a mistake on the score sheet that Peterson wasn't marked down, so he couldn't play the rest of the game. And in turn, Justin Kirchhoff will end up being suspended for the game yesterday. But I believe, although we can barely, yep, there he is on the bench. Now I see him sitting on the bench. He is back with the team here today. We saw him walking back between up here yesterday. 12:55 left to go here in the first period. There's a dump in by the Rangers. Up and out to the blue line. Rushmore will clear the zone. Hunter Walla. Peterson was able to disrupt him enough so he couldn't get it in free for an opportunity. 2-on-2 now. As Zach Struck moves in, offside is called against the Rangers. And we get a whistle with 12:38 left to go here in the first period.
Well, everybody looking for that first goal, and this place will erupt on one side or the other when that first one goes in.
The crowd is still piled in. There's a good crowd on hand. Some of the Capitals and Flyers fans are hanging around after their third place game to watch this championship contest. There's a lot of Brookings fans here. There's a broken stick. Hockey headquarters located right near the Shields Iceplex. With that stick for Luke Honkamp, he might need a new one for next season. He's got a backup. That stick is still going to be in play right now. It's right in the middle of the ice. The puck went off the stick, and it's played over here on the far side and now the zone. Got to be careful. You don't want to pass that off the stick because he could take a crazy hop. Hunter Walla. Peterson tried to push that stick farther over. Just the blade of the stick that's there. Alex Dietrich. There's a man leaning on him. That was number 29 in Isaac Schulte. Schulte's not a big guy, but he can be great havoc. There's a shot from Jack Merritt that goes off of the blocker of Hobby. 5-3 in shots in favor of Rushmore. 11:38 to go here in the first period. Still looking for our first of the game. As this played back behind the net. There is Talon Richter. And it'll be played up to the blue line. Peterson couldn't hold it in. He'll push it back in. Brookings will have to tag back up. And now Zeke Farley, who started to race up out of the ice. It was taken away by Merritt, and now it's back in by Struck. Struck waits. His shot goes wide. Diving for an opportunity to block it, then knocking down Struck. That was Duncan Chisholm. And Struck again from the corner.
He's had a good tournament.
As Parker Brandon, he plays it around the boards. Brandon tried to clear it, and Brookings played it around the boards. 10:50 left to go in the first period. Out to Jacob Drew. Drew will hold the zone. Play to the far side. Brandon, he gets pinned to the boards, out in the corner. 2 players there for Rushmore and Brookings. There's now 3 players. It comes free. A shot in the left pad save made by Hobby. That came off the stick of Hershoff. Hershoff was instrumental. He had a 6-point night last night, a goal and 5 assists in that 6-2 win over Sioux Falls 1. This will come all the way down. Hobby will play, keep the puck moving. Now a pass over is picked up by Dawson Worth, sticked away from Worth, and now Merchant will turn, played to the blue line, but it's picked up by Schneider. And Owen Schneider moving in. He moves around. His shot goes off the right pad of Hobby. And nearly Brookings had an opportunity for a rebound, a chance. Held in by Peterson at the blue line. There's another broken stick on the ice.
Yes.
Make that 2 hockey headquarters visits. Don't know whose stick that was that broke. As that one will be dumped in. They're looking for icing as Rushmore. Not going to get it. Near played that broken stick. Where hockey headquarters can get to fix you up with the new stick. Owen Schneider, he's looking in. He's still going around, trying to wrap around chance. It was poked away. Back out to the blue line. A shot was knocked down. And now Rushmore escaped the zone. A pass over for Worth. Dawson Worth couldn't get a shot away as he's bumped off the puck. And now it's Logan Bortnum. And Bortnum the pass across. Going back for a change with Schneider as it went into the Rushmore end. Played up to the boards. And Alex Petrano will pick it up. He plays it over across for Wallop, who will dump it in, but it goes off with a Ranger player. And they'll dump it back in again to Wallop as Rushmore is circling around trying to completely tag back up, and they finally do. It is Jacob Drew. He will dump it in around from the far side to the near side. Touch that broken stick again with 8:55 left to go here in the first period. Still no score between Brookings and Rushmore in our state championship game. Pass goes across for Petrano. And Alex Petrano moves in with another good stick. You can tell by the crowd they love that one for Brookings. And the Rangers will eventually ice it with 8:41 to go here in the first period.
All kinds of garbage on the ice.
2 broken sticks.
7-5 in shots in favor of the Brookings Rangers now. It was 5-3 in favor of the Rushmore Thunder. But the last 4 shots belong to the Rangers. Here's a face-off here to the near side as it's going to be all the way down on the near side, and it won't go far enough for an icing again. 8:33 left to go. We went about 5 minutes without a whistle, and now in the last 10 seconds we've gotten 2 whistles. So here is a face-off that will be coming here to the near side, to the right of Brecker. It is loose, picked up by Hershoff. And Breck Hershoff, his shot, easy glove save by Hobby. Was an easy one.
Looked easy at first.
He dropped it, but he was able to cover for a whistle with 8:23 to go here in the first period. Great crowd on hand right now.
It's going to be very important for these goalies to suck up all the rebounds.
That will come out of the zone on the faceoff. Fanning on it was number 9, that is Dobesh. In a backhander across, looking for a shot, and it goes just wide. That came from one of the Rushmore players. That was Hayden Holick. In is Brookings again. Pass across from Struck, and Whitty fanned on the one-timer. He had a wide open goal. Whitty was going to make that a 1-0 game, but he fanned on it. There is a dump in off the blocker of Cade Brecker. 8-5 in shots in favor of Brookings. That one goes across, it's bouncing in the zone. It's picked up by Tyson Dunbar. 7:33 left to go here in the first period. Dunbar, he will turn it over in his own zone, and it's picked back up by Brookings. And the Rangers here on the near side. Bortnam trying to get a pass back, is loose, and it's picked back up by Rushmore. Flipped high out to center ice, stays underneath the rafters, a bouncing puck. It's loose, and it's picked up by Dawson Wirth. Wirth from the goal line in the corner. His pass goes out. It'll be blocked up, and offside will be called as Brandon had tried to block it and keep it in from going offside, but it went just a step or two away. And we get a whistle with 7:02 left to go here in the first period.
Both teams using a lot of players right now as this one's up and down, high energy. Going to try to save as many legs as you can for the end of this one.
9-5 in shots in favor of Brookings now. They've got the last 6 shots in this hockey game, but yet we're still 0-0. There's a pass that's going to be intercepted. Hunter Walla starting to move in. Now Parker Brandon, Dawson Wirth brings it in offside. And another whistle with 6:54 to go. Love the crowd that's here.
Oh, yeah.
This is a fantastic atmosphere for a state championship game on a Sunday afternoon.
I would say this place is about full.
There are people lined up around the boards on each end watching this game. There's hardly any seats free in the stands. This will be played as Zach Struck lost a hand on the stick. Hershoff keeps it in the zone. Struck a pass looking to the slot. It's picked off. And now here come the Rushmore Thunder. Hunter Wallop trying to dump it in, but it's blocked up by Peterson. Hard around the boards and up the boards. It'll be now taken by Struck another time. And Struck will dump it in. He takes the hit as he dumped it in. Goes off for a change, a wholesale change here for the Brookings Rangers. As it's now played up from Merchant. Goes across for Dawson Wirth. It'll be played now here again by Tyson Dunbar. Dunbar flips it up off the glass. Knocked back down by the Rangers. Dunbar is there again from the near side. His pass goes. And now Dawson Wirth kicks it up to his skates. Wirth and trying to drag the line on the toe was Holick, but he could not. It was Carter Kirk. He could not, and we get a whistle with 5:56 left to go here in the first period. Good first period. Still looking for our first goal. I don't think, no matter where this goes, it doesn't favor either team being 0-0.
I agree.
There's a lot of games that favors, as that one was a headhunter to the referee.
He bailed out of that one.
He was able to drop to the ice and avoid being hit by it. As it's now moving in 2-on-2, there's a shot that's broken up. It'll come back out to center ice. A lot of games in the state tournament have been said the longer it stays tied or 0-0, it favors the other team or favors that team. But this one, I don't think it favors Rushmore or Brookings. That one will be all the way down on Brecker. He will cover for a whistle with 5:26 to go here in the first period.
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen a goal yet. Both of these teams have some pretty good goal scorers and great shooters. I can't believe we don't have one in yet. But we have 2 good goalies.
Right. You look at Hobby with a sub-2 goals against average and Brecker with a sub-1 goals against average.
Stingy.
11 shutouts between the 2 goalies, 8 for Brecker, 3 for Hobby. When you get a goal, you have to earn that goal. Here's Breck Hershoff moving in, a backhander goes wide of the net. And now it's Zach Struck that picks it back up. There's a Rushmore player that falls to the ice. That was Dietrich. Pass to the neutral zone as it flips high out. Chipped along, and now Zeke Farley moving in. Farley with a shot that was blocked up by Dobish. Behind the net, there's a big check over on the far side, and we're going to get our first penalty of the game, and it will be against the Rushmore Thunder. Elbow is called against Holick. And the Brookings Rangers, the number 1 power play team, will go to work on the Pelican Power Sports power play. But the number 2 penalty kill team is the Rushmore Thunder. I mean, they're 1 and 2 in statistically every category there is.
Right.
So it's fitting that they're playing in the state championship game. Here's Logan Bortnam. He walks it over Ashton Whitty, lost the puck, and now it's going to be taken away. Coming in for a breakaway, moving in, no shot chance for Rushmore. The puck is still loose, and it will finally be covered up by Brucker. Will Simmons on the PK.
It's a great play by Ashton Whitty. He got on his horse and caught up to the play in a hurry.
Unbelievable play by Whitty on the back check after turning the puck over. There was no shot away by Will Simmons.
He didn't get much, but it was enough to negate the shot.
Right.
So here comes a face-off to the left of Brecker. 14 seconds into this power play. The face-off is won by the Rangers. Logan Bortnum in the corner. He turns away from a hit. Up ahead for Hershoff. Dawson Worth is over there. And it's flipped back out by the Rushmore. Ashton Whitty will pick it back up. And Whitty across. Merritt back to Whitty again. He walks it in the zone on his off wing. Carries it to the far side corner. He gets a small hip check off the puck. Rangers still have it. Played back around the far side. Dunbar flips it, but he can't get it out. It was a bouncing puck that he didn't get all of it. Out to the blue line. Held in. Logan Bortnum, the captain of the Rangers. He plays it around. Merchant. He will clear the zone all the way down. With still 1 minute to go in this power play with 3:50 to go in the first period. Here's Ashton Whitty that will stop and start as he turns around here to the near side. Peterson. And Trenton Peterson moves in. That pass over. Back to Struck. And Zach Struck moves around. Good one move around. Struck lost it in the high slot, but it's not out of the zone yet. Farley couldn't push it out. It's still here for the Rangers. Into the corner on the near side. Back away to the far side. Rangers still with it on the power play. Walking it in, pass goes over for Peterson. He's square away, throws it into the corner. No one was there for the Rangers. Played back behind the net. Two Rangers were back there and then lost the puck. Hunter Walla will flip it out off the glass and all the way down with 10 seconds left to go. That might do it for this power play. As it's played around, it's going to be turned over. It's Walla. He's waiting. His pass is blocked up. Good diving play there by Dobish. And now it's going to be played here on the near side. Actually, that was not Dobish. He just stepped on the ice. Owen Schneider has it now for the Rangers, though, as we're back to 5-on-5 with 2:45 to go in the first period. The Rangers to the high slot. Out to the point. Wind-up shot from Drew, and that was blocked up. Pass goes back across. Here's Drew, a shot. That's blocked down. The rebound is off of Dunbar, and it goes wide. That one came just barely missing. I believe that was Jack Merritt that had that opportunity. It's pushed back in by Jacob Drew. Here is now moving in. Dunbar. Petrano will push it in. This one's intercepted by Holick. And Hayden Holick with 2:05 left to go in the offensive zone. Played back behind the net. That one goes off the stick and all the way down. And it will be played here on the near side, as it will be Brody Powers that will push it into the zone. Merchant. There's the tie up. There's a lot of guys that are tied up. Zach Struck fell down. Dunbar steps in front of him. The puck will come out towards the blue line. It will come out of the zone. Pushed in, delayed offside by Brookings, and then flipped across ice out to the Brookings blue line by Rushmore. Dumped in for the red line. 1:30 left to go. Brookings will complete their line change. 90 seconds left to go in this first period. The Rushmore Thunder in the neutral zone. Kirk nearly lost the handle of it. Played back around Duncan Chisholm. Chisholm a pass off the stick of number 17. That is Landon Bartling. And now back for Chisholm again with 1:05 left to go. That pass goes across. Here comes, now moving in, will be Easton Knoll. And then we get a whistle. And a face-off as that puck went out over the glass and out of play. 58.1 to go here in the first period. So we have nearly played this first full period, but there is still 58 seconds left to go. Let's see if the Rushmore Thunder right now can strike first. And the Rangers had a late change.
They're going to pull a guy out of the bench. That's Bortnum.
And Bortnum will come on. Ashton Whitty will have to come off. And the faceoff will be controlled by the Rangers. 54 seconds to go in the period. In the near side corner. Goes back out to the blue line. A shot was redirected, and the rebound is loose. It's still loose in front, and it will go all the way down the ice. Will it go far enough for an icing? They say wave it off. 40 seconds left to go. Rangers had their opportunity. The Thunder had their opportunity to take the early lead. Here's Dietrich from the blue line. Trying to push it in. It was blocked up. Now with 30 seconds left to go. Comes back out. Parker Braden will pick it back up. Played off and offside is called against Brookings.
Pretty close. Boy, Cade Brecker doing his nice job on a save on the other end. About as good as it gets.
25.1 to go here in the first period. Rangers are finishing their line change. The Thunder just outside their blue line. As it will be Peterson. Now here's Hulick. Hulick's pass is knocked down. Hershoff at the blue line. Pushed barely out of the zone. Petrato with 12 seconds left to go. Dawson Worth picks it up. Worth moving in with a shot blocker down. Rebound from Petrato goes wide. 5 seconds to go in the period. Dunbar gets it. He's got to shoot it. He doesn't shoot it. And time will run out in the first period with no score between the Brookings Rangers and the Rushmore Thunder. 10-9 in shots in favor of Rushmore at the end of the first period. What a fun first period that was.
It sure was. No scoring, but it sure was a fun one, up and down the entire time.
We will step aside, have our first intermission report after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre. The Field House in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Field House with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Field House, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our first intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. After the end of the first period, no score between the Rangers and the Thunder, but 10-9 in shots. And Jim, that was a really fun first period. Low scoring, obviously low scoring. There's no scoring, but a really fun first period.
No scoring. Pretty dead heat in shots. 10 shots to 9. So, I mean, it's pretty equal. Obviously, the scoreboard's equal. Nobody's running away with this one. Up and down the ice, 2 fast teams, 2 good quality teams. Getting a little physical at times. Probably more physical than most of the games that we've seen this week.
Yeah, and we thought that maybe Brookings would be a little bit more physical than Rushmore, but it's maybe been just the other way around a little bit in terms of Rushmore, maybe a little more physical than Brookings. But I think you need to do that.
But I think that Rushmore team's a little faster.
Yes,
I think they're just a little bit faster. Perhaps Brookings maybe just a little bit stronger. But you know how it is. You can't hit what you can't catch.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and both goalies have made some fantastic saves so far, being 10-9 in shots. The biggest save was Brecker here towards the end of that period. That Rushmore probably had the best. There was a lot of good chances, but that was probably the best chance of them all. And Brecker has come up big with those now 10 saves in net.
Yeah, there's 2 shots that stand out. The one you were just talking about for Brecker, and then I think Bortnam fanned on one. A one-timer,
right? Or
Whitty fanned on one. Yeah, he had a great opportunity. Goalie was out of Hobby was out of position. But those are the 2 plays I think that stand out as far as scoring.
Well, and Simmons had a chance on a breakaway a little bit, but he really didn't get the shot off. And you look at that and you say, as many stars as there are on these 2 teams that can put the puck in the net, it may be somebody that doesn't play a lot or you don't think of that may come up with a winning goal in this game.
Yeah, well, there's Will Simmons who didn't have a goal coming into the state tournament, and Ren Jacobson may be a guy that for Brookings who came into the state tournament. David Brink, another one, doesn't have a goal in this tournament. Doesn't have a goal coming into the state tournament. So you never really know who might be the game winner. Now, obviously, somebody's got to score at some point, and there's still 2 more periods to make that happen. And if we don't, then we find ourselves in a stalemate going into the overtime of the state championship game.
You know what that's like this tournament.
Yeah, I do. Let's see. Well, every Hawaii Capitals game I have not that I have called have been a play-by-play. It's gone to overtime. So I'm not saying. I'm just saying. It's a 0-0 game here at the end of the first period, and I want to take a quick moment here. We talked about him. We talked about this last weekend, but with Brookings and Rushmore, the state championship. Dallas Cole, longtime broadcaster for Brookings, and obviously we're on KKQQ. We welcome those in listening on Brookings.
Good guy.
But Dallas Cole was one good guy, if not the best guy.
The voice of the Bobcats.
Yeah, and he did a lot of Rangers games too.
Yeah.
And he unfortunately passed away not too long ago, and we send out the best wishes and sympathies to his family. And I know that's still going to doesn't matter how long it is ago and how long it is, it still hurts. It still will continue to hurt, but what a fantastic guy Dallas Cole was. And we miss him already. We've already missed him, and I know that he'd be loving this hockey game right now.
40 years, I think he was the voice of the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did well. And, of course, when I went to his funeral, and his casket was in red, and they held it at the high school, and they played the school song, and they played the national anthem with the band and everything else. So it was really quite, in that regard, quite festive.
And I mean, he was, like you said, he was the voice of the Bobcats.
Yeah.
He was such a nice guy. From moving here in late 2018 to 2022, I don't know a whole lot of broadcasters personally, but Dallas Cole was the guy that I still didn't know very, very personally, but I felt like I did. And I think everybody did, because he treated you so well with so much respect, and he treated you like you're one of his best friends.
Yeah.
Every single person he
Always
met.
willing to help you out. If you needed a favor and needed some help with something, he was there to help you.
Yeah. And I know the Brookings community will continue to miss him, and we again send best wishes and sympathies to his family still during this difficult time. And but one to make sure we talked about that, being Brookings and Rushmore, because Dallas Cole, he would have been here watching this game. He is watching this game, but right now, but he would have been. Yeah. He's with us in spirit watching this game, because he loved Brookings Rangers hockey just like he loved the Brookings Bobcats in just about every sport too.
Just about every sport. You're exactly right. We had some good times together.
Absolutely, and so it is still 0-0 here at the end of the first period between the Brookings Rangers and the Rushmore Thunder. We will step aside, and we'll come back with more of our first intermission report as you're listening to the state tournament and the state championship game on a Capital City Rock, on a KSTR, on KKQQ and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and into our First Intermission Report, First Intermission Report brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. It is for the Brookings Rangers, Rushmore Thunder, a 0-0 game. So I'll start with Jeff Anderson. Brookings below you on the left side to you. What does Brookings need to do to pick up a lead after 2 periods?
Well, I don't think they change anything with their game plan, what they've done all year long. I think they've done it the right way all year long, and I don't think it changed much. They're very strong in the power play. They make it difficult to get into the neutral zone or into their zone. I think that's one of the biggest things they do. They play physical. I don't think you change anything for this game. I really don't.
Well, and Jim, do you change anything of the Rushmore Thunder to try and have a lead after 2 periods?
I don't think so. I mean, me personally, I think they're the fastest team in the league, and you have to capitalize on that speed. When you get the puck in the neutral zone, get the wheels going, and try to beat Brookings around the corner, that's a tall task. They've got some good defenders.
So it is a 0-0 game here at the end of 2 periods. We'll step aside. We'll come back with the after 1 period. We'll come back with the second period after this. You're listening to the state tournament on a Capital City Rock on KSDR. You're watching it on YouTube, and you're listening on Capital City Rock Sports, and you're listening on KKQQ in Brookings.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Oahe Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
As we welcome you back here and into our second period, John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. 17 minutes are on the clock, and it will be the Brookings Rangers going from right to left, the Rushmore Thunder from left to right. We skate 5-on-5 to open up this second period. Just one penalty between the two teams. Dawson Worth wins the faceoff over for Alex Petrato as we're underway. Pass goes across, and it goes off the goalpost to the far side of the ice. That was very close to seeing our first goal of this hockey game. 15 seconds in, Duncan Chisholm with a shot and a save made by Brecker. We get a whistle with 16:41 to go here in the second period. 19 seconds in. Very, very close to having our first goal of the hockey game, and that came within seconds of the second period starting.
Make sure those goalies are ready to go when they step on the ice.
Face-off will be coming to the left of Cade Brecker. And the face-off is won by the Brookings Rangers. Schneider out ahead to Bortnum. And Logan Bortnum pushes it in the zone. Around it goes and play to the near side as Alex Petrato will have it. And this pass goes up to the stick of Dawson Worth. 2-on-2 in the zone. There's a shot from Wallace. Save is made. The rebound was in the slot, but no one there yet for the Rushmore Thunder. And it'll be played back around. And on the far side, a pass goes across, and Talon Richter will dump it back in. And it's touched by Michael Hobby, where it'll be grabbed by Parker Brandon. Up ahead for Zeke Farley. He got a piece of it, so there is no icing. And now to be played out of the zone by Brookings. 3-on-3 in. There's a shot up high over the top of Hobby. Goes back into the blue line on the near side where it's held in by the Rangers with 15:40 left to go in the second period. Goes back out to the blue line. Trying to get a shot away. Goes all the way through. They score! It got through. Luke Honkup scores his second goal of the season. And Rangers are on the board first with 15:35 to go in the second period.
Honkamp, he throws it at the net. I think he was actually looking for a redirect or a rebound, but it found its way through.
Luke Honkamp makes it 1-0.
It's only his second goal of the year.
Yeah, just a harmless shot that went all the way through traffic, and it is a 1-0 lead for Brookings. It is Caleb Merchant. Pass goes over for Hollick.
Unassisted.
An unassisted goal for Luke Honkamp to make it 1-0 for the Brookings Rangers. The visitors lead here early on. There's a check that will result in a penalty against the Rushmore Thunder. A rough is called.
Probably a little bit of a late check. That's one of the things that the referees do look for, is a check after the play is gone.
It is Hayden Holick that gets called for the penalty.
That's his second.
So he's got to be careful now the rest of the way, and the Rangers are on their second Pelican Power Sports power play. Jack Merritt on the face-off is won by Dawson Worth. Parker Brandon plays it all the way around and goes all the way down the ice. Cade Brecker comes out of his net to play it, and it'll be played around here the near side. It'll be taken here by Jack Merritt. And here comes Jack Merritt in. Merritt here to the near side. Hershoff will play it. At the blue line, Ashton Whitty. Hershoff with a shot, that's knocked down. Back to Whitty again, and it's played back into the corner. Parker Brandon here to the near side. To the far side it goes. And it will be cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder all the way down. 14:28 to go here in the second period. That one's going to be intercepted by Hunter Wallop. And as he fell to the ice, he was able to pass it all the way back. And that'll be cleared all the way down. Ashton Whitty will pick it back up from Brecker. And here is Whitty into the neutral zone. He still has it. And Whitty will carry it all the way in. His shot, Hobby makes the save out to the far side, to the near side corner. It's still played in that corner with 13:55 to go here in the second period. It's out of the zone. Tyson Dunbar looking to attack shorthanded. Dunbar with a shot in. Brecker made the save on the right pad out to the near side again. Brookings again with it. Moving in. Schneider winds up. That shot is blocked down by Merchant. Played all the way back down again. Still 22 seconds left to go on the power play. It's picked back up here by the Rangers. Circling around is Peterson. Plays over here for Honkamp, who's got the lone goal right now in this hockey game. Honkamp, a backhand pass. Cross corner dump in. And the man comes out of the penalty box. That is Hayden Holick. The pass came to him, but Honkamp intercepted it. He put it back in the zone. And it's played back over on the far side where Caleb Merchant was being told by Landon Bartling to go after it. Merchant wasn't looking for it. It's played back off the glass. It's held in by Struck. And it's going to be held in another time by the Rangers. And it's here on the near side. We cannot see what's taking place, but picked up. And moving in is Easton Knoll. Knoll got a lot of playing time here in this weekend. Up and out of the zone by the Rangers as it's picked back up by Parker Brandon.
Talon Richter on the Brookings bench looked like he's got a hand that hurts pretty bad.
Knoll from his own blue line. Pass goes over. It's thrown in by Kirk. And off for a change he goes. The Rangers up the boards on the far side. Out of their own end. Into the neutral zone, a pass tipped along, but cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. Pass goes across, 2-on-1 here for the Rangers, or for the Rushmore Thunder. Toe drag move across, one-timer, and Brecker makes the save. He got the glove on it. Oh, man.
That's what your goalie does. Keeps you in the game.
That was a 1-1 game with 12:01 to go. And Brecker stole it from him. Dawson Worth will take the face-off. I think it was Worth that took the shot too. I mean, I was ready to call a goal. That's how it looked like it should have gone in. And then now it's the Brookings Rangers out of the zone. The Rangers lead it 1-0. In, big hip check, knocking down the Ranger player over on the far side. Getting back up is Hershoff. It's loose to the side of the net. Hobby was able to play it with a stick, and now it's picked back up by Dunbar. He's able to move around and get thrown off the glass and out of the zone. Blocked back up off of Dunbar, and it comes back out of the neutral zone. Dawson Worth goes down as he took maybe an incidental hit from one of the Ranger players. Back goes out, and now here it comes for Worth. And Dawson Worth trying to move it back in. Dawson Worth will turn. His pass goes over off the stick and out of the zone by Whitty. Duncan Chisholm will wait. He'll throw it all the way in. Brecker made the save, and he left it on the ice to be picked back up by the Rangers. There's another shot sticked away by Brecker and into the netting and out of play with 11:05 left to go here in the second period.
Cade Brecker looking very comfortable.
1-0 is our score. Brecker has made all 16 saves against right now.
Well, sometimes he doesn't get that for a whole game.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't get that in 2 full games.
Yeah. So he's been tested, but he's been up to the task.
Face off here. Won by the Rangers, or excuse me, by the Thunder. Dietrich trying to pass it back out to the blue line. Chipped over. Merchant got tangled up. Moving in now is Richter with the shot and a save by Hobby. And there was no rebound with 10:48 left to go here in the second period.
Hobby didn't know where that one was. He knew it wasn't back in the net.
And Bortnam was ready for the rebound if there had been one loose.
10:48 left to go here in the second period.
Both of these teams crash the net really well.
Yes.
And every time a goalie kind of looks around, the other team is ready to attack for any loose puck. Here is Dobesh with a shot. That one did not get all the way through. It's still loose, and this will finally be the whistle blown. I don't know how that did not go in. The puck was loose off to the side. The Ranger fans were yelling for a goal, thinking they scored.
Everybody in the place thought it scored.
And somehow it stayed out.
And I'm not so sure Hobby didn't think it was in because he just froze for a second, and when they found out it wasn't in, he just flopped back in the goal.
Unbelievable. And here comes a face-off, won by the Rangers. Behind the net, pass comes out to the slot, intercepted by the Thunder. Held in, though, by the Rangers. Logan Bortnam will race to the corner to pick it up. Feeds it along in the back end. Man gets cut off, that's Owen Schneider. The Thunder trying to come out of the zone. Man gets drugged down. Both referees got their arms down. No penalty coming up against. And now to be played back here to the near side. Zach Struck will pick it up for the Rangers. A pass goes out. The Thunder now have it with Merchant. Merchant try to get in the zone. Back to Dietrich. Dietrich will wait. Now he'll step into the zone. Moving in, but back out by Brookings. Pass goes all the way across. A delayed offside. Thunder will attack back up. There is no icing. 9:50 left to go here in the second period. And it will be dumped in over the top of the head of Hobby. Duncan Chisholm. Parker Brandon picks it up. Brandon's got space and time. His pass goes up. And now Holick will bring it in. 2-on-2 in the zone. Worth with a shot that goes wide. And be played here on the near side. Up to the boards. Brandon will backhand shovel. Keep it in the zone. Still up on the near side. Bouncing puck held in by Brandon. That'll bounce its way to the goal, but picked off by Jacob Drew before it got to Brecker. Around to the corner it goes. Hershoff will play it up to Whitty. A backhander. Now it's Duncan Chisholm. Walks it in. Shot all the way through. Rebounded. It swings in. Alex Petrano ties the game at 1 with 9:04 to go here in the second period.
The rebound goal. It wasn't much of a rebound, but it was sitting right tight against Brecker's pad. And that's all it took for this one to be tied up.
Chisholm should get the assist. And it should be, and it is, a 1-1 tie with 9:04 to go here in the second period. Who says there's going to be a 1-0 game? We at least got to make it 2-1 at some point.
At least 15 goals for Petrano this year.
He had a hat trick yesterday on Friday.
So that'd be his 18th.
As it goes all the way down. And Petrano will get the goal. Duncan Chisholm with the assist. Moving in as the Rangers. Pass goes across. One time and they score! The Rangers answer right back with 8:46 left to go in the period.
You can see that developing in the neutral zone. Nice spacing by the Brookings Rangers.
Jacob Drew, his second of the season. The two defensemen right now score for the Rangers as they lead it 2-1. And they have combined now for 2 goals in the regular season and 2 goals in the state championship. A 2-1 lead for the Rangers with 8:46 to go.
The tie did not last long.
What a fantastic feed that was across, and Jacob Drew made no mistake about it. That one's all the way down. There'll be an icing by Rushmore. Schneider and Honkamp get the assist.
Jacob Drew only had 1 goal all season.
Yeah, I would say the 2 defensemen that have scored, they combined for 2 goals in the regular season. They've got both goals right now in the state championship.
And an assist.
Honkamp, Honkamp had 15 assists overall in the regular season, but he's got 1 here again, so he's got 2 points right now. in a 2-1 game with 8:28 left to go here in this second period. It'll be dumped in by the Rangers, but it goes maybe off the Brookings Ranger bench, and it'll be a whistle with a face-off coming outside the Rushmore end. 8:23 left to go here in the second period. This state championship game here in 2022. This is our 22nd game of 22 over the last 2 weekends. The face-off, it is tied up and won by Carter Kirk. And here comes Kirk moving in. Over, there's a shot save made. The rebound is loose. That one came off the stick of Bartling. And Bartling will get it back over the corner. Pass to the slot, no one there except for the Rangers. They'll clear it out of the zone. Duncan Chisholm, who's got the assist on the goal, scored by Alex Petrato. It's turned back over into the Rangers. Shot goes wide. Brandon out on the far side, gets it out of the zone. Here's Jacob Drew. This pass now for Jack Merritt. Logan Bortnam moves in. Bortnam is in. That shot goes wide to the far side. Up to the blue line. Not out of the zone quite yet. The Rangers continue to hold it in. Bortnam move around. Trying to get a pass across, and a good stick there from Duncan Chisholm. Otherwise, that was going to be a really good look there for the Rangers. There's a pass that's broken up. Honkamp moves up. His shot. They score! Honkamp, his second of the game. And it's 3-1 with 7:20 to go in the second period.
He just doubled his output for the season in goals.
The Rangers
Luke Honkamp
lead it 3-1 over the undefeated Rushmore Thunder.
He's not very big. He's one of the smallest guys on the team, and he's very small for being a defender.
Just a freshman for the Brookings Rangers is Luke Honkamp. 7:20 left to go here in the second period. As the Rangers on cue, their fans chant he's a freshman. 7:10 left to go here in the second period. They're going to give it to Town Richter. So Richter gets the goal from Honkamp.
The redirect.
So it's not Honkamp's goal, but he's got 3 points right now. That one flung through from Dobesh and is intercepted by Merchant. Up ahead, here's Petrato. He's looking for his second. Can't get the backhand shot. Turn back around. One-timer goes wide. It's still loose to the side of the net, and it's picked up by Brecker to get a whistle.
Brookings Rangers closed on that rush. 3 guys closed really quick.
6:46 left to go here in the second period. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSTR Watertown, KKQQ Brookings. Face off to the right of Brecker.
It looks like a referee is getting looked at by the trainer in the penalty box down here.
And one of the linesmen is getting looked at.
Well, and interesting that Talon Richter got the goal, because earlier it looked like he was in a lot of pain with that left wrist. And he got some ice on it and things like that, and he ends up getting the goal right here on a misdirect.
I didn't see the linesman, but it looks like he got hit in the hand pretty good.
He seems to be okay, and the face-off is won by the Rushmore Thunder. Trying to get a pass to the front of the net, intercepted by the Rangers. That pass knocked down. That one came off the stick of Alex Petrato from the blue line. A shot, an easy Brecker save with 6:32 left to go here in the second period. And a 3-1 score. The Rangers lead it, being outshot by 5, but leading on the scoreboard by 2.
Rushmores have to get the next goal.
Yeah, if you go down by 3 to Brookings, that might be the end of this state championship. There's a shot from Farley and a whistle on a save by Brecker again with 6:28 left to go here in the second period.
As good as Rushmore is, Brookings is that good defensively.
And Brecker has shown that so far, making 20 saves on 21 shots. But this might be one of the most times he's sweat in the game. Here's a flip into the zone. Diving play from Duncan Chisholm to block down a pass attempt. They try to go tic-tac goal. And the Rangers, a pass to the slot, sticked away by Hobby. Here's Honkamp again, low the ice. He's looking to go 5-full a couple times here. And it's now going to be taken away. And out is Dietrich. And Alex Dietrich swings it into the zone. into the far side corner. He'll win the race to it as he is picked up. Hayden Hulick dropped his stick and has played around here to Brandon. He'll walk the blue line. Pass goes back down. Trying a tough angle shot on a Dietrich one-timer. That one missed everything, and it goes back behind the net. From the near side boards, Farley will keep it in the zone. Dietrich comes in front, trying to swing it in front. He did, but it was blocked up by Brecker and then cleared away by the Rangers. All the way back down. Hobby will play it along for Caleb Merchant. Merchant up ahead as it's in the zone by Hulick. As it's played around, it'll be now taken. This one by, I believe, is Peterson. There's a shot from the far side. That one's broken up. Didn't get to the net. This one comes in front, and thankfully for Brookings, there's nobody there except for Ranger players. This will be iced by Brookings with 5:01 to go here in the second period. So here comes an offensive zone face-off to the right of Brecker with 5:01 to go here in the second period. Brookings trying to win back-to-back state championships. Rushmore last one in 2018. But these two teams played each other last year in the state title. The face-off is won here by the Rushmore Thunder. A shot from Dunbar is broken up. Luke Honcomp plays it up ahead. Out of the zone, Zach Struck. And Struck carries it in. Trying to throw it to the net, blocked up by Merchant. And then it'll be free. Two Rushmore players run into each other, Petrato and Dunbar. And Hershoff now plays it back around. Kicked off of a pad, and now it's played out of the zone by Worth. Petrato is in. He's trying to spin off the check of Peterson. And it's played around out here to Dunbar at the blue line. Standing there was Petrato behind him to hold it in. As it's now a pass from Worth across. Trying to slide for a shot. There's a chance. Farley scores! What a pass from Caleb Merchant. And Farley makes it 3-2 with 4:12 to go in the second period.
What great patience on that pass. Set up, looked like he was going to shoot, pulled it back, and waited for his teammate to come into the slot.
Fifth goal of the period.
Yeah, everything so far has come in this second period.
0-0 at the end of one.
So it is now a 3-2 game. The Rangers still lead by one. Here's Duncan Chisholm. That will dump it in the zone. As Hayden Hulick kept it in the zone. Walla and Merchant get the assist. As it's played up and out and into the Brookings bench, we get a whistle with 3:51 to go here in the second period. That's a big, big goal. Jeff said it, that Rushmore need to score the next one. They did get this next one, and now they say, okay, we need the next one. We got to go and tie this hockey game up. We don't want to go back down by 2 goals again. And so he played all the way around. It'll be Hayden Hulick that tried to get to it, but he was canceled off. There's a broken stick. It's Hulick's stick that's broken, as that is a hockey headquarters broken stick, and an icing to boot with 3:34 left to go. And that stick continues just to spin and spin and spin, that paddle of the stick. And the trash is being hidden by the linesman right now, who's got his arms crossed because of icing. And now he'll throw it over. He's asking where does that belong to? Hey, we'll take it. We'll throw in the trash later.
A little tape on it.
Yeah,
just tape that baby up. It'll be fine. The hockey headquarters says, no, why don't you come visit us? There's a puck on the far side boards. It's picked up here by Hunter Wallop. Pass goes across for Petrato. He'll walk into the zone. Petrato a pass going across to Walla, but it was broken up by a skate. And now a puck is bouncing in the air as it comes back over to the far side boards where it's chipped out of the zone by Brookings. 3:05 left to go here in the second period. 3-2 is their score. The Rangers picked up a 2-goal lead. Rushmore's got the latest one to pull them back within 3-2. This was picked up by Brookings in the near side zone. Petrato goes across, 3-on-2 in. Here's a pass, looking for a pass, goes across, and Worth couldn't get a shot away. Worth goes back over. There's a shot that's broken up. Merchant couldn't get that one through. And a 3-on-2 opportunity that turned into nothing there for Rushmore. Didn't even get a clean shot away. 2.5 to play in the second period. It'll be played here at the Brookings blue line. Holick is in onside. As it's played back to the blue line, Chisholm will throw it off the glass, rolling up the boards, takes a nice hop and a nice carom for the Rangers to clear the zone. There's a shot that's broken up. As that one played back, Parker Brandon. 4 players that will battle for it over on the far side. It's picked up here by Jack Merritt, and then he is boarded by Parker Brandon.
Yep.
We will see if it's boarding or not.
It's a cross check.
For Parker Brandon, that's going to be his first penalty.
Surely could have been a boarding.
And that's big to only be a cross check because he's only out for 2 minutes or less. With 1:55 left to go here in the second period. And the third Pelican Power Sports power play. Brookings 0 for 2 right now. These two teams are the best power play and penalty kill percentages in the league. Face-off was won by the Rangers. Here is Whitty, pass across for Hershoff. To the middle of the ice, pass goes one more time for Bortnum. Maybe one too many passes, but it caught the skates inside, in between the legs of Bortnum. Back to Whitty, over for Bortnum again. Bortnum walks it in. His shot save is made. The rebound is caught by Hobby, and we get a whistle with 1:35 left to go.
Whitty directs this power play.
And what the Rangers do well, and what the Thunder have to be aware of, and what we saw yesterday was how many passes go across ice and get you moving and get the goalie moving. It makes it it gets harder and harder to stop that.
And a lot of times they'll make one more after that yet.
And if that pass was on the stick of Bortnum, it was definitely a 4-2 hockey game. This will be cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. Will Simmons, he'll throw it to the net. Brecker made the save. He'll leave it. It'll be played back by Whitty. Will Simmons on this penalty kill. Once again, he had an opportunity on the penalty kill earlier with a breakaway that he couldn't get a shot from. And then we get a puck out of play and a whistle with 1:15 to go. If Brookings does not score, they will have 6 seconds of a power play to start the third period, which will basically mean they're just going to have a face-off 5-on-4, and that's about it. I say that, and then something crazy might happen. Shorthanded or power play goal might get scored. Face-off at center ice is won by the Rangers. Owen Schneider will backhand, put it in the zone. 1:06 to go here in the second period. Not out by the Thunder. Held in by Brookings. Back to Whitty. He's at the point. He waits and continues to wait. Starts to walk the line. Pass behind Hershoff. He picks it back up. Back to Whitty again. Walks it in. Shot got all the way through, but it was blocked down right before it got to the net. And then the Rushmore Thunder are able to clear it all the way down. With 45 seconds left to go here in the power play, or in the period. And 45 seconds now left to go on the power play for Brookings. It is back in here by the Rangers. That pass is broken up. Pin to the boards, 30 seconds to go. Goes back free. Hunter Wallace swings it all the way down the ice. 25 seconds to go in the period. Last call, the second period for the Brookings Rangers. And it's played back here with 17 seconds to go. Zach Struck pushed off the puck. It's still coming with him, and it'll be tied up with 10 seconds left to go. Duncan Chisholm was able to get to it, and from the red line, throws it in. Brecker made the save. One more chance for Walla, backhander to the net, and that will end the second period. And after 2 periods of play, we have ourselves a fantastic hockey game. 5 second period goals between the two teams. It is a 3-2 lead for the Brookings Rangers, who are being outshot 25-17 through 2 periods. Luke Honka, Alex Petrato. Then it was Jacob Drew and Talon Richter to make it 3-1, and Zeke Farley made it 3-2 as we head to the second intermission. We will return and have our second intermission report coming up here in just a little bit as you're listening to the state tournament on a Capital City Rock, on a KSTR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Owyhee Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our second intermission report, as it is brought to you by the University of Jamestown, as it is John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. It is a 3-2 lead for the Brookings Rangers over the Rushmore Thunder. 5 goals in that second period. First one came from Luke Honkamp with 15:35 to go in the second period. And then it was Alex Matrano that tied the game up with 9:04. And then it was 18 seconds later that was scored by Jacob Drew from Schneider and Honkamp to make it a 2-1 game. And then Honkamp, we thought he scored, but it was Talon Richter that tipped it in off the Honkamp shot to make it 3-1. That came with 7:20 to go, and then with 4:12 left in the period, Zeke Farley got a fantastic pass from Caleb Merchant that got the feed from Hunter Walla that made that a 3-2 game. And that's where we sit here at the end of 2 periods, 25-17 in shots in favor of the Rushmore Thunder. But the Rangers still are clinging to that 1-goal lead and now are 17 minutes away from repeating as state champions.
And we talked about as good as some of the players are on this team, who scores goals, but Honkamp has a goal and, of course, a couple of assists so far. And then Drew got a goal, too, and he hasn't done. Our 2 defensemen have 2 of their 3 goals.
Yeah, Richter came in. He's now in double digits in goals. But Jacob Drew and Luke Honkamp combined for 2 goals in the regular season. And they have 2 of the 3 goals combined now here in the state championship. And we even mentioned something about might be a guy that you kind of least expect to get those goals. Right now, Richter's got the game winner if there's no scoring. But it wasn't for the fact of Luke Honkamp and Jacob Drew scoring those goals. And right now, there's still 17 minutes, and there's a lot that can happen. But Luke Honkamp, he's trying to get that last puck and be our final player of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever would have thought that he'd be a player of the game going into the state tournament.
Well, and as a coach, you love to see those guys get those goals because somewhere in this game, you would assume that some of your scorers are going to score. So those almost are bonus goals at this point, because you still look to your top lines to put the points on.
Well, and Honkamp's, of course, a synonymous name with hockey and successful hockey around the state of South Dakota. So, and he's only a freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Honkamp family has been responsible for a lot of good things that have happened in South Dakota amateur hockey.
Yes.
Well, and I thought you were going to go a different way with it, which also is true with a lot of frustration of a lot of other hockey associations having to play against Honkamps for the last 20 years.
When are the Honkamps done?
Yeah.
I think there's still more coming. Remember,
I think there is.
We talked to the I guess. Is it the patriarch of all the Honkamps right now? The Grandpa Honkamp.
Grandpa, yeah.
Yeah, we talked to Grandpa
year.
last year in the state tournament, and he still said he had a granddaughter that's still going through up. So while Luke might be the last one of the boys for a while, there's still one on the girls' side that'll be coming up, and of course we get to carry and cover a lot of the girls' hockey. So we'll be saying Honkamp still for another couple years, for a long couple years.
Yeah. Well, this one's far from over, but it's been exciting all the way and very tight all the way through, and we expected nothing less.
That second period woke up.
Well, yeah. Scoreless after one, now it's 3-2.
Game 22 of 22. We can't expect anything different.
Those of you that have just woke up to South Dakota hockey, remember, Rushmore Thunder are still unbeaten. They have not been beaten all year.
That's right.
The last time they lost was in the state championship game to this Brookings Rangers team at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in the state championship last year.
5-0.
5-0, and it's a 3-2 game right now. And if you just woke up to catching South Dakota hockey in the state tournament, I've done play-by-play for one game outside the Capitals game each day, and both those games on Friday and Saturday went to overtime. And this is my one game outside the Hawaii Capitals game to broadcast today.
I don't know. It could happen.
Do I go 3 for 3 with overtime games?
That's all right. We have to find a winner one way or another.
That's
anyway.
right. It's a 3-2 game right now. We'll step aside. We'll come back with more of the second intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. You're listening to the state tournament and the state championship game between Brookings and Rushmore on a Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Back here at the Shields Iceplex as we continue our second intermission report. And what could be our final, and I guess it will be our final intermission report. I guess maybe a double overtime game. Oh, a regular overtime game doesn't get an intermission report, but a double overtime game does. So I'm going to ask the questions, and Jeff, I get to start with you because, again, Brookings, they're leading 3-2. What do they need to do in the next 17 minutes to repeat as state champions?
That's a good question.
You got to have an answer for me, though.
I do have to have an answer for you, but I still don't think you change anything from what you've done all year long. I think this has got what's gotten them to the championship game. You're ahead right now 3-2. Continue doing what you're doing. And, of course, plug up the middle as much as you can, help your goalie out as much as you can. And I don't think we're anywhere close to being done with this game in terms of goals being scored.
Yeah, I don't think 3-2, I don't think is the final score of this game. Whether it's one team or the other that wins it, I don't think it's going to be a 3-2 score. But for Jim, now you get an opportunity to talk about how does Rushmore either send this to overtime or win this game and come back and win this game over Brookings.
I don't know how you score goals in this game because it seems like it's pretty hard to score goals. You have to work pretty hard. But as far as Rushmore is concerned, play with confidence. You're the number one team in the state right now. You're unbeaten. You should have all the confidence in the world. You're in the state championship game. You're where you set out to be. Play with confidence.
Also, if Rushmore would come back and win this game, the one score, the least amount of goals scored would be 4-3, which would be the third time that Rushmore beat Brookings 4-3 in a game.
Yeah, wouldn't that be ironic?
Now, obviously, Brookings could still score a couple goals and Rushmore could still win, but I think the most likely score of Rushmore winning is 4-3. I think a 4-2, 4-3 score for Brookings is most likely to happen if they win the hockey game, but a 4-3 game for Rushmore is probably as likely, probably the most likely thing to happen if Rushmore does win. I'm not saying Rushmore is going to win. I think that's probably the score that they have to have it to be if they think they're going to win this hockey game.
You're probably right. A couple more goals in this game is what we're going to see. It's not going to be 8-7.
Yeah.
You're going to see a couple more goals one way or the other.
I don't think there's another 5 goals in this third period, but we could be wrong. There's 5 goals in the second period. The third period, final regulation period is coming up next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
We are ready to go for the third period. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, and we are underway here in our final regulation period of the state championship. And it's back to a 5-on-5. We didn't really talk about that power play still for Brookings. because it didn't really matter once the period came to an end. As it will be come out of the zone. It's picked up by Hunter Wallet, moving in, and a good defensive play by Jacob Drew, and the puck will go into the netting and out of play, and we get a whistle, and it will be a face-off. That will be to the, looks like to the right of Cade Brecker. So here we are in our third period, just starting the third period. Dawson Worth played around here to the near side, up to the far side. Around it goes for Hunter Wallop. It's played here, Jacob Drew. Petrano back out to the blue line for Brandon. Brandon with a shot all the way through. Brecker made the save and calmly swiped it over to the corner. Comes back out to the far side where Chisholm will hold the zone. Back here for Hunter Walla again. He is pushed against the boards. Jacob Drew tying him up. Dawson Worth comes free. Worth, the top goal scorer for the Rushmore Thunder, has not scored yet in this game. Petrano pass to the front of the net. Back out for Brandon. Pass goes across for Chisholm. That shot is blocked up. The Brookings Ranger player is underneath it. It eventually comes out of the zone. It's pushed back in. And
Talon Richter.
We finally get a whistle as it goes out, and Talon Richter.
He has been beat up this game.
Oh,
he went to the bench before with his hand hurting, and that puck caught him up somewhere where there was no padding.
And laying your body out for a state championship. I wouldn't even say laying your body out for a state championship. You're laying it out for your teammates playing for a state championship.
Either way.
Trent Peterson.
Either way it hurts.
Either way it hurts, but it feels a little bit better when those teammates are patting you on the back, telling you how good of a teammate you are. 15:35 left to go here in the third period. Peterson will play it back around the near side corner. Touch pass along, backhander. Hobby is going to go back around to the other side of the net, but the puck will come free to the far side boards and out of the zone by Zeke Farley. Farley made it a 3-2 game. He's got the puck back as he'll swing it into the zone. Up on top of the boards as it rolls all the way around as it's played here. Hayden Holick around here to the far side boards. It comes out of the zone. Farley again played it up back and into the Brookings end where it's played by the Rangers and Cade Brecker. He leaves it for Dobesh. And then it's dumped back in another time by Parker Brandon. Again, it's a one-shot game right now. And all you need is just one good shot if you're the Rushmore Thunder to tie this hockey game up 3-3. Moving in is Chisholm. Duncan Chisholm moves in, swings wide, swings in, shot save made by Brecker. And then Dawson Worth and a Brookings Ranger, Jack Merritt, goes in colliding to the post. And we get a face-off upcoming. And I believe it's going to stay inside the zone. It will.
Talon Richter's head's back up on the bench. He won't miss a shift.
Dawson Worth for the face-off with Jack Merritt to the left of Brecker. Again, the linesman that will drop the puck. Trying to get everybody lined up correctly. No cheating. Here's a pass to the near side. Owen Schneider missed it. It goes all the way down for an icing with 14:26 to go. That's what I told my brother and uncle playing cards all the time growing up. No cheating.
No cheating.
No cheating.
There's no cheating in
How
hockey.
do you win if you can't cheat?
You know how many times they didn't cheat? 0. They always cheated. Face off to the right of Brecker. And it's won by the Brookings Rangers. Jacob Drew plays it around. Alex Petrano. That's knocked down. Petrano on the glove to the stick, but he couldn't get a shot away. Played back out. Caleb Merchant will dump it back in with a delayed offside. They tag back up, and here to the near side it comes, where the Rangers turn the puck over. Caleb Merchant on his back end. Pass goes out for Worth. Across it goes. Dunbar trying to throw to the net. A redirect goes wide from Petrano. Up to the far side boards, held in by Dunbar. He'll play it back around. Trying to work the cycle in here for the Rushmore Thunder. And that puck is popped high up, batted to the glass. And it'll be played up, but held in by Merchant up high. Merchant spins or waits on a shot, then he throws it just wide to the glove side of Brecker, looking to the far post. That one is off the stick and out of the zone. That one dumped back in by the Rushmore Thunder. All the way down. Brecker plays it back up. It goes back to Brecker, who's still behind the net. And now it's taken by the Rangers. That pass off the stick of Brody Powers. Dunbar Now for Farley, who dumps it back in again. You would think, which I guess you can also look in on the Brookings Rangers side, but you think Dawson Worth's got to get a goal if you're the Rushmore Thunder. And you also got to think that Breck Hershoff, Ashton Whitty, Owen Schneider, somewhere along the way, they've got to get a goal if you're the Brookings Rangers.
Yeah, you would think they're not going to be shut out, any of those guys.
And here's Brody Powers. He starts to move in, but he has his pocket picked by Alex Dietrich. And Dietrich will throw it in. There's a loose stick on the ice. That one is a hockey heckler's loose stick. It's Parker Brandon, who was able to get back in the zone to pick it back up. It comes here to the near side. There's a redirect that goes wide. Back to the side of the nets. And a save made by Brecker, looking to go short side. Out back to the blue line, Brandon trying to throw it through a lot of traffic. And it's played back on the far side boards. And the Rangers will get it out of the zone. And thrown in, that time by Isaac Schulte. That third line did well for the Rangers. Here's Hunter Wallop with 12:13 to go here in the third period. That is iced by the Rushmore Thunder. And a whistle with 12:11 here in the third.
Yeah, Brookings looking for a change there. They were kind of stuck down in the zone for quite a while in their defensive zone.
12:11 left to go here in the third period. Face off to the left of Michael Hobby is picked up here by Struck. Struck for Whitty. That shot's blocked down. And it'll be out of the zone. Here, Hunter Wallop. Wallop moving in. He's looking for an opportunity to get a shot away. Probably a good check. Can't see. Just letting the student section try and tell me what happened for the Rangers. That's at the blue line. It does not come out, so it stays in. An onside play here for the Rangers, or for the Thunder. In the Rangers' end. That one's still loose in the corner. Pass trying to come out to the high slot. Dawson Worth, the shot goes off of his body in front. That was Dobesh that blocked that shot. The Thunder still hold the zone, though. That one's flipped high up. It's a bouncing puck that goes just wide of Brecker. It's played up off the boards, but not out of the zone. Hunter Wallop, that pass, that one's unable to get to him. And it's now played here the near side again. Merchant, he picks it up. Merchant into the corner. He will turn. Back for Dawson Worth again. Here is Worth another time. And a long shift here for the Rushmore Thunder, but also a long shift for the Rangers in their own end. Chipping and chasing is Zach Struck. Tyson Dunbar's the first one there. He pushed off the puck by Struck. And then able to help support was Owen Schneider. Here comes a pass that goes across. It's played here by the Thunder. Up and out of the zone. A bouncing puck. That's played once again here by the Brookings Rangers. Jacob Drew, a pass goes across. The Rangers are in. There's a shot that goes wide of Hobby. That pass, it's loose. Barely taken by Dunbar as he goes up ahead for Hollick. And Hayden Hollick leaves the puck, keeps it moving, but then is poke checked off the puck, and Breck Hershoff, he had his pocket picked. Luke Honkamp plays it down the boards. That will be an icing with 10-12 to go here in the third period.
Brookings Rangers not been able to stay in their offensive zone very long, which is really odd. They usually get in the zone and they can stay there. And it's just the opposite. I think Rushmore spent more time in their offensive zone.
So here is a faceoff that's coming to the left of Cade Brecker. And it's won by the Brookings Rangers. That pass up, knocking a man down. Dawson Worth will take the puck as it's played all the way around behind the cage. Hunter Wallen knocked it down, but it's still picked up here by Brookings. Out to the blue line, held in. A shot that was deflected and went wide to the near side. Dawson Worth stops and starts. Back behind the net. Pass all the way across, looking for a backdoor feed to Hunter Wallen. Comes in front, and Brecker makes a left pad save. As Petrato could not make that pass or that shot strong enough. This one here, the near side, right below us, as we sit above the student sections, between the student sections. Duncan Chisholm plays it off the boards. Although I will say that the student section for Rushmore looks a little like Sioux Falls student section as Duncan Chisholm plays it around. And here is Duncan Chisholm. Comes out of the zone, in the neutral zone, pushed back in by Brookings. With 9:02 to go in the third period. We are under 10 minutes left to go in regulation. moving in. There's a shot that was deflected. Went up high. Here's a chance in front, and Brecker makes a diving save. Hayden Hullock along with Brody Powers. And Hullock and Powers are both going to the penalty box, and that will end Hayden Hullock's season. That's his third penalty. He is done, and the Rangers will have to, or the Thunder will have to be without Hayden Hullock the rest of the game.
He will be missed.
Oh, yes.
Brody Powers, Hayden Hullock will both go to the penalty box. Serving the penalty will be Lance Petrick. So that's the first penalty against Brookings Rangers. Comes with 8:52 to go here in the third period. Both go for a rough. And now it'll be 5-on-5 still. Offensive zone face-off to the right of Brecker.
Cade Brecker, he's been up to the task.
Here is a opportunity for the Brookings Rangers to the near side, trying to clear their zone. Luke Honkamp will pick it up, and a penalty's coming up against Brookings. Interference is a call, and it will be now a penalty kill in our first Pelican Power Sports power play for the Rushmore Thunder here today. Jacob Drew will go to the penalty box. Interference.
Rushmore Thunder being down by 1, now going on a power play. It's right where they want to be.
As Hunter Wallop will take the face-off against Logan Bortnum. To the right of Cade Brecker. Dawson Worth, a crossover for Merchant. Merchant waits. His shot all the way through and it went off the side of the goal post. Pass goes across for Worth. He moves it in, back for Merchant. Merchant over across again on the far side. Back comes again for Worth. To the one-timer for Merchant. Save is made. There's no rebound. Brecker makes the save.
Hunter Wallett jumped so he wouldn't interfere with the shot.
Yep, that was a bullet.
You have Hunter Wallop, Dawson Worth, Caleb Merchant, Alex Petrano, and one man that's below the student section that I cannot see. There's a face-off that's won by Brookings and cleared all the way down. Alex Dietrich is that fifth man on the ice right now for the Rushmore Thunder on this power play. This is a big, big scoring opportunity for the Rushmore Thunder to try and tie this up. Their first power play of the game. You're not going to get too many against the Brookings Rangers. Peterson goes down as is now played up into the zone by the Rushmore Thunder again. Here goes Merchant for Worth. Back to Merchant again. Over for Petrano. One-timer. That's blocked up. It's still loose. It's played over into the corner. And there's a man that falls to the ice. It's played back over. Merchant, Petrano, back to Worth again. His shot, and it goes off. It goes out of the zone. There's a man that might have got slashed. It was going to be number 13 in Trent Peterson. And it comes out of the zone again. Still with 37 seconds to go on the power play. This Rushmore power play unit, the second unit is out. Comes in front. There's a shot and a save made. That came off the stick of Will Simmons. And a whistle with 29 seconds left to go on the power play. 7:12 left to go in the third period. 3-2 our score in the state championship game here in 2022. Brookings is looking to repeat as state champions. The Rushmore Thunder trying to be perfect here this year. They're now 22-0. They won all 20 games in the regular season. Both games here in the state tournament. That puck somehow stayed in play, hit the top of the glass. It looked like it hit the netting. Pass goes all the way across. Here's Dunbar. That one goes into the netting and out of play. We get a whistle with 13 seconds left to go on the power play. And now people trying to throw the puck back in from back there. I think the netting's up a little bit too high. Just take it. Just keep it.
Yep, you can have it.
Zeke Farley. The associations probably don't like me always saying that they should keep the puck.
No, they're going to charge you for some of those.
I was going to say. That goes all the way down, cleared one more time, and that will end the power play. Michael Hobby will play it back behind the net as we're back to 5-on-5. Carter Kirk could not handle the puck, and it's played Tyson Dunbar with 6:33 to go here in the third period. Dunbar will circle back behind his own net, plays it up on the far side boards. At the blue line, chipped out of the zone, bouncing puck. Right back out of the Brookings end. Nearly turned over, feigning on it, but still clearing it. Now here comes Hershoff in. Hershoff with a shot, and that goes just wide. Hobby was out of position.
That had a gap.
That had a gap, far post.
There's a couple players that went to the ice as it's played around out behind the net. Brecker will leave it, and it's played out of the zone. Tyson Dunbar has it back for the Thunder. Flips it out of the zone. Goes right back into the neutral zone. At center ice is picked up by Zach Struck. Plays it up ahead. Here's Hershoff in, but he couldn't handle the puck to get a partial breakaway. He's being checked hard to the boards. He's able to turn his body to the side, which might have also helped him not get hurt, but keep a penalty from happening. Here's Hunter Wallop. That pass for Merchant just behind him. Now here's a shot from Petrato, and it goes just high over the crossbar. Chipped out of the zone by Brookings. Turned back around by Rushmore. Duncan Chisholm. He moves in. He gets taken down. Another penalty coming up against the Rangers. With 5:21 to go, Zach Struck is into the penalty box. And another power play. Second power play opportunity. A hook on Struck. Second power play for the Rushmore Thunder. Second Pelican Power Sports power play. And the Rushmore Thunder.
Another opportunity.
And not saying that they have to score, but it feels like they need this one on the power play. The faceoff is dropped and won by the Brookings Rangers, and now they're going to get a shorthanded chance. Schneider moving in. Toe drags on the back end, trying to turn back to the forehand for a pass. It's cleared back away up to the zone where the Rangers will play it. They did that themselves so they could kill more time off the clock. Kalen Merchant with 5 minutes to play. Final 5 minutes here of the third period. 3-2 in the state championship game. Winner take all. Dawson Worth moving in. Worth is in. He gets upended by Peterson. Trying to clear the zone. It will be cleared by the Rangers, and now they got a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Moving in is Bortnum. Bortnum with a shot and a save made by Hobby. It's loose. It's still loose, and it's cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. Now it's going to 3-on-2 the other way. Dawson Worth is in. Worth from his backhand leaves it for Petrato. Save is made. Rebound. It's going just wide. Might have gone off of Brecker. It's Merchant still with it. Man lost his stick. Hockey headquarters loose equipment. That one's in the slot, but cleared away by the Rangers. 55 seconds left to go on the power play. 4:12 left to go in the third period. The Rushmore Thunder need a goal, down by 1. Comes ahead at the blue line. It's not into the zone cleanly. Now the Thunder pick it back up. Another penalty coming up here against the Rangers. And it will be touched up by Honkop, and they're going to blow the whistle dead right now. 34 seconds left to go.
It's going to be another hook.
A 5-on-3. Ashton Whitty will go for a hook.
Rushmore Thunder, a great opportunity.
5-on-3 for 34 seconds.
Brookings coach needs an explanation.
And Rushmore will take their timeout with 3:55 to go in the third period. The first thing is first, you have to win the faceoff here. You don't have much time on a 5-on-3, but this is your shot to tie it up. You have to win the faceoff, get yourself set up in the zone with 34 seconds on a 5-on-3, and find a quality shot early on in this 5-on-3. And then crash the net as well.
Rangers doing a nice job warding off the power play thus far, but now you go yet another man down.
Boy, oh boy. Anyway, real quick though, before we get back to the action, I want to thank Jason Byrne, who's run the camera for us the last couple of games and today. And he ran about, 6 of the 11, 7 of the 11, 8 of the 11. Nearly all of the games for us on the camera. He did all the games for me during the Y Capital season, so I appreciate all the work that Jason Byrne did for me this year.
And don't forget what him and his wife did for us.
That's right.
Brought us bags of treats that we've been working on all weekend.
Oh, man. That's gonna,
and a smoothie.
And a smoothie.
And a smoothie.
We enjoyed everything that Jason and Christy Byrne did for us here this weekend. So 34 seconds left on a 5-on-3, 3:55 to go. There's the faceoff, that's one. It's now Kalen Merchant that has it. Merchant plays it across over. It's Dawson Worth. Back over, Alex Petrato. Back to Worth. He starts to continue to walk it in. Now here's Merchant. He wastes a shot and a save made by Brecker. Comes back for Worth. Worth with a shot. Blocked down. Still not out of the zone, though. Merchant passes it over to the near side boards. Down to 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Here is Worth still walking in. Back to Merchant again. He waits. He can't get a shot away. Down to 4 seconds on the 5-on-3. Now we go back to 5-on-4. Jacob Drew will try and clear the zone, but he cannot. He partially fanned on it. Pass goes all the way across for Worth. Still a minute 20 to go on the power play. Merchant at the point. Throws it all the way through. A redirect that somehow Brecker was able to keep out of the net. Back out for Merchant again. Worth walks it in. Pass goes across. One-timer save is made. Here's Petrano. Back for Merchant. Petrano again with 1 minute to go on the power play. That one's tipped over to the corner. The Rangers try to clear it out. They can't. Merchant holds it in another time. Pass goes across off the stick of the Ranger player. Here's Dawson Worth again. Back for Merchant. He waits. 50 seconds to go. All the way through. Puck is up high up in the air. And then trying to bat it in was Dietrich. And this will come all the way out to Merchant again. Petrano, a one-timer. And we get a whistle because the net's off his moorings with 39 seconds to go on the man advantage. 2:33 left to go in the third period.
That one-timer went straight up off of Brecker's pad, and everybody was waiting for it to fall, and it was going to fall right next to the net.
I don't care how this game finishes. This has been a fun hockey game.
Yeah, 39-18, Rushmore's outshot Brookings. That doesn't happen very often.
And I think this third period, it's been Rushmore. They just haven't found the net.
And Rushmore, actually Brookings will take their timeout. And Rushmore with 39 seconds to go. There's about 2:39 left to go in this hockey game, or somewhere around 2:34, something like that. We'll see now what happens with Michael Hobby, because you're getting closer and closer to needing to pull him to try and tie it up. And do you end up pulling the goalie for a 6-on-4, or do you wait at some point when it's 5-on-5? Because you can ice the puck and you can shoot for that empty net without getting called for icing.
I think you leave your goalie for a while. I think you leave him and rely on the guys that have put in the net all year, just at least for a little while.
And of course, there's no wrong answer unless you get scored on, and there's no right answer unless you score yourself. Then you say you made the right call or you made the wrong call.
It's a good place to be up here. We don't have to make that decision. We just have to call it.
Hobby will make his way back to the net.
He's going back.
2:33 left to go. Hey, we still got one more player of the game to award after this
game.
No
scoring in this period.
No scoring in this period. We said it wasn't going to end 3-2, and 2:33 left. It might end 3-2.
I think your goalie stays there until you're about a minute.
Face-off is controlled by the Rangers. Shot all the way down, and again a good job by not pulling the goalie, because that would have been a goal if the Rangers and if the Thunder had pulled their goalie. Still 27 seconds to go on the power play. Dawson Worth, one last call here. They're 0 for 2 right now. Petrano moves in. Pass goes across. Dawson Worth winds up with a shot. That one going off of a body, I believe. It did. So it will be an offensive zone face-off with 17 seconds left to go on the power play for the Rushmore Thunder, with 2:11 left to go here in the third period.
Time's becoming a factor.
State championship game. You can't ask for anything more. Face-off is won by the Rushmore Thunder. Back over for Merchant. Now here is Dawson Worth. Starts to walk it in. Merchant with a wind-up shot. It's loose at the slot. It didn't get all the way through, and it'll be shoveled out, but not out of the zone. Merchant trying to throw it to the net. One more time clearing it. It does come out of the zone, and Whitty comes out for the box. So 5-on-5. Michael Hobby still in the crease right now for the Rushmore Thunder. Tipped in by Hunter Wallop. As this played around here to the near side. It'll be held in by the Rushmore Thunder, and we'll go all the way down. It is an icing with 1:36 to go, and now you start thinking about pulling the goalie to get that extra attacker.
I think if it stays deep in the zone, you probably do. You let the face-off happen.
Let's see.
Watch.
They're going to keep him. They're going to keep him in the net right now. 96 seconds left to go. Rushmore needs to find the tying goal. Last year they were in the state semifinal game, pulled their goalie, tied it up, and won in double overtime. As moving into the Brookings Rangers, Ashton Whitty. That pass is broken up. The Rangers will come back across the ice. They're moving in as Hunter Wallop. Wallop moving in. Can't get the shot away. Bouncing puck. Hobby stays in net another time. Still a little bit longer. Pass goes out. Zach Struck is high up in the air. Batted down by Struck, and then we get a whistle. And I'm not sure why the whistle blew, but The whistle did blow with 1:05 left to go. And now you're communicating with Hobby and saying that puck goes in deep. You got to come off for the extra attacker.
I would think you're going to have to now.
Dawson Worth on the faceoff. It's won by the Rangers. They clear the zone. It'll be taken here by Merchant. Final minute here of the third period of the state championship game. 3-2 our score. Hunter Walla. Man goes to the bench. It's Hobby. Coming in. There's a shot. Save is made. The rebound is loose. And it's played by the Rangers. They will escape out in the neutral zone. There's a shot down, but it's broken up before it got to the net. There's broken up another time. And there's an opportunity for the Rangers. Behind the net. Stolen away, though, by Rushmore with 35 seconds to go. There's a wide open cage again. Empty net opportunity for Brookings. And they couldn't shoot it into the open net. This will be cleared out. It'll be out again another time with 23 seconds to go. The empty net, they score! It is Logan Bortnum. An empty net goal, and the Rangers are celebrating on the bench as they lead it 4-2 with 22.7 left here in the third period.
That's a big one. That's the dagger Brookings was looking for with an empty net.
The only goal so far this third period is scored by the Brookings Rangers. And an empty net goal by Logan Bortnum, the captain. 17 seconds left to go. Brookings was the last team to go back-to-back in 2016 and 2017. 8 seconds left to go. The Rangers, it took all three periods to get this one done than last year. Wind-up shot, rebound chance. The final seconds tick off, and the Rangers have won the 2022 South Dakota State Hockey Championship. And a dog pile ensues.
Somebody's at the bottom of that one.
And the Brookings Rangers, they end the undefeated season of the Rushmore Thunder. And what a win, what a game in the state championship here in 2022.
Brookings Rangers struck first and never looked back.
So a 4-2 win for the Rangers here this evening as they will take it over the Rushmore Thunder. We'll keep it here for the handshake line. Hayden Hollick will come back out.
And we are going to name a South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association Player of the Game.
Well, we got one more player to name for our Player of the Game. Okay, Trent Peterson might be bleeding. Michael Hobby is the first one. Trenton Peterson, Cade Brecker, the first two for the Brookings Rangers. And the Rushmore Thunder were oh so close last year. After being the 3 seed, they won in double overtime to get the state championship. Ran out of gas and lost 5-0. And then this year, they were undefeated. They didn't lose a game. They beat Brookings 4-3, both games in Rapid City. But then it was the Brookings Rangers in the final game of the year to get the one loss to the Rushmore Thunder as they win it 4-2. Handshakes around.
And that's a tough one for the Rushmore Thunder. Have a perfect season until the last game of the year.
As the Brookings Rangers, again, are back-to-back state champions. It was 2016, 2017. The Rangers went back-to-back. And now in 2021, 22, they go back-to-back. We'll keep it here. We'll throw it down to the PA for presentation.
Rushmore Thunder, please come over and accept their second-place trophy. Fans, let's make some noise for the Rushmore Thunder.
As Rushmore will head off to the locker room.
Presentation of our championship medals for the Brookings Rangers. I'm going to read you by name. Come on over and accept the medal. Number 5, Ashton Witt. Number 6, Luke Hong. Number 8, David Brink. And number 9, Isaac Dobish. Number 11, Zach Struck. Number 12, Cole Calvert. Number 17, Cooper Deveridge. Number 19, Jacob Powell. Number 20, Talon Richter. 21, Brett Kershaw. Number 23, Jack Merritt. Number 26, Jacob Drew. Number 27, Logan Horton. Number 28, Chase Clark. Number 29, Isaac Schulte. Number 33, Ethan Jensen. Number 36, Brody Powers. Number 39, Kate Brecker. Number 88, Owen Schneider. And our coaches, head coach Justin Kirkable. Assistant coach Thomas Howland. Assistant coach Aaron Karsrud. And assistant coach Josh Cruz. And folks, we can please have our captains come over for the 2 trophies presented for the state championship, the state champions, Brookings Rangers.
Bergman Cup being held touched by everybody right now for the Brookings Rangers. We'll have our player of the game. We'll talk with our player of the game, as it'll be Luke Honkamp that we'll talk to. Jeff Anderson is making his way down somewhere.
That was our player of the game for this championship game. Number 6, Luke Honkamp.
And Jeff will be down there shortly to talk with him. Well, they got to get the hockey team foes picture first. And a loud "Let's Go Rangers" from the student section.
And a good day for the Brookings Rangers. Repeat state champs.
So here is Jeff Anderson. He's downstairs, but he's trying to find us up here. There we go. He found us.
He found us.
So we'll talk with Luke Honkamp here in just a moment before we take our commercial break. And we'll get more pictures, but we'll talk with Luke. You listen to KCCR FM Blunt. Oh, we almost lost the trophy as Luke Honkamp will make his way over. KCCR FM Blunt, KSDR Watertown, and as well as on in Brookings, KKQQ. As here in just a moment, we'll throw it down here. That Bergman Cup just about ate it with Peterson. As they're going to get the first a picture with Jeff and Luke Honkamp. The freshman scored a goal and had an assist to get everything started. So as we will throw it down here to Jeff in just a moment. He's got to go get another picture here first before we throw it down to Jeff. One more.
One more picture. That's all right. And then we'll get to Jeff.
And we had to wait a little bit last weekend for Sioux Falls to get done taking pictures and everything. But we'll talk with Luke Honkamp here in just a moment.
He's coming back.
Yeah, there we go. So here is Jeff Anderson downstairs with Luke Honkamp.
All right, we are downstairs with Luke Honkamp, a goal and 2 assists in this game. You didn't get many goals during the year. This has to feel pretty darn good.
It feels great. Got to hand it to my teammates, though. Wouldn't be here without them, and our goalie as well. He stood on his head there at the end.
All right, a goal and 2 assists. This has to feel pretty darn good for a state championship.
Oh yeah, it feels great. I'm just ready to go back and celebrate with my family, and just have a good time.
You've been a success, of course, a lot of success with the Honkamps over the years, so you get to carry on that mantle, don't you?
Yeah, it honestly feels great. We kind of just ended the legacy of my dad's kids, so, it feels awesome.
All right. So what's in the future? Only a freshman, so you've got 3 more years to play.
Honestly, I want to play some hockey, but, I kind of want to go study fire science somewhere or, be a chiropractor as well. So I don't know. So I got some options.
Congratulations. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back upstairs.
All right, Luke Honkamp, our player of the game, and who wants to potentially be a chiropractor or study fire science.
He already knows. He's a freshman.
That's a fun answer. You don't have that very often. There is gobs of people down, all coming on the ice right now to celebrate the Brookings Rangers state championship.
Making their way out.
But what a fun tournament this has been. The state championship win for the Brookings Rangers. They win it 4-2. And just a fantastic tournament over the last 2 weekends. Hosted by Aberdeen last weekend, hosted by Sioux Falls here this weekend. You couldn't ask for 22 better games than what we had here in the last 2 weekends.
Yeah, and this one, the Brookings Rangers, they've just been solid. They've been solid in this tournament, much like they were last year. They just have a way of doing just a little bit more when you get into the tournament. Getting ready for tournament time. But, man, we've had 22 games. Seems like a lot of games, but then when you look back, it doesn't seem like that many.
No.
But great players. We started out a week ago with the girls, and a lot of good girl players, too. And it's been a lot of fun watching all these kids, all these coaches. And, of course, the Sioux Falls Iceplex has been a great host for this one. We were in Aberdeen last weekend. Everybody's really seemed to take on these tournaments and sure have been good to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had a blast over the last 2 weekends with those 22 games now in the books. Sioux Falls girls, they won the first championship, and then it was the Brookings Rangers that win the boys championship. As Jeff joins us back up here again, we get to wrap up the tournament. And there's going to be a lot of pictures, a lot of celebration going on. We will throw things back to regular programming here in just a little bit, but a lot of fun through the last 2 weekends. Jeff, if you want to touch on that as well too.
It's a marathon, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great marathon. It's great working with both of you. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun these last 2 weekends. I appreciate you guys coming along and enjoying. A lot of hockey, and I'm for all those that watch, for you at home right now or maybe in the car that listen and watch throughout the last 2 weekends to us, we appreciate every single one of you because it was a lot of fun over the last 2 weekends.
Well, and John, thank you for all the work you've done. You've actually done all the work, and you've just taken Jeff and I along, and we appreciate that, everything that you do, and it's a pleasure to work with a true professional in the field.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, the other thing I would like to bring up, if we could, is if you enjoyed this, and I know we've gotten lots of great comments, I would like to have people maybe get in touch with you or your boss, Tara, and send a thank you to the people at KCCR and Pierre.
Well,
yeah.
They're the ones. The more comments we get, the better.
Yeah, they're the ones that took the lead in this. Yeah, they really did last year and this year, and they've taken the lead on it, and that's how we brought you all these 22 games.
That's right. And may not happen next year. It could happen next year. We don't know. So get in touch with Tara, if you would, at KCCR and Pierre and let her know.
Well, this was my biggest hockey season ever. I got the chance to cover a lot of extra girls games and all the boys games like I did normally, but adding along, and we had the state tournament last year and this year, but doing those, a lot of hockey feels like yesterday. It was the first week in December. Actually, it wasn't even December. It was the last Friday of November, right after Thanksgiving, and we had a hockey game. And now all of a sudden here, March 13th, we're done with the 2021-22 season.
And South Dakota hockey is alive and well. It really is, and it just continues to get better and better. And, man, it's just fun to bring these games.
Yeah.
It really is.
It was but a lot of fun the last 2 weekends. All 22 games. Nowhere else in the entire state had all 22 games like we did on Capital City Rock, KSTR. KKQQ was along for the ride with most of those games, 14 of those 22 games, and Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube. We had all 22 of those games for you. Nowhere else can say that except for the three of us.
And you can watch them anytime.
You can watch them anytime.
Go back and see the tournaments again.
Once we wrap up this broadcast, actually you can probably rewind it right now while we're still live, and you can start watching this game again if you wanted to. But you can watch it anytime that you want over the course of your lifetime on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube. Because it was a lot of fun the last 2 weekends. You guys are true professionals as well. It's a lot of fun to be able to do this for you, do this with you. For the last 2 weekends, they've told that they have to be off the ice in 34 minutes and 50 seconds. So
they got that long.
They got time.
I think
go that long.
I think they're going to stay until there's about 1 minute left on the clock before they start to walk off the ice. But there's going to be a lot of hugs, a lot of pictures. And it's a lot of the last year there was no fans on the ice after the game was over because of all the COVID stuff and trying to keep things secure COVID-wise and everything like that. So, like Sioux Falls won last weekend and here Brookings this weekend, it's fun to see the fans back on the ice and celebrating with their team.
Yes.
Their friends and family are all on the ice taking pictures and getting a lot of hugs from around everybody around the Brookings area.
Well, congratulations to the Brookings Rangers. Congratulations to Rushmore. They had a great team. Both the two best teams in the state this year. So congratulations to both. And Kate Brecker, I think that during the course of the year, we kind of wondered how, when he only gets about 8 shots in a goal, in a game, or maybe 16 max, you wonder how good he really was. And I think he stepped up tonight and proved it because he made
40 saves.
40
saves in this game for Cade Brecker.
Yeah.
So, and we'll be the first ones to admit it was a talking topic that we had.
Yes.
And we didn't really question him, but it was just a topic that he had not seen a lot of shots all year.
Can he do something like this?
Yes,
and
he can. Exactly.
Make 40 saves in a game.
Proved he can. Yeah.
He can do it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of goalies throughout the state this year that had to make 40 saves, 40-plus saves that were very good. Brecker, to the credit of the rest of his team, didn't have to do that, but tonight he did, and he showed up getting 40 saves on 42 shots to pick up a 4-2 win for his team in the state championship game. So hats off to Brecker, hats off to the Brookings Rangers on a back-to-back state championship here. They will now try and go for the three-peat next year.
Yeah.
And we are, March right now. We're about 10 months away from the start of the next season, start of the regular season next year.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? Who's counting? There's 7 other teams right now that are counting, and one team that is going to enjoy the moment for at least the next half hour here on the ice.
I think so. That sounds great. So if you want, get in touch with, again, the people at KCCR and let them know if you appreciate all this stuff and the last 2 weekends and what they do during the course of the year. Get in touch with John or get in touch with his boss, Tara, and let them know.
That sounds, yeah.
That's great.
I will not be at work tomorrow, so you can't get in touch with me tomorrow.
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday would have to be the day. But what a fun couple weekends. Can't talk about it enough, but want to say thanks to Spencer Kelly as well as Jacob Mayer, Jen Hanna. And I want to take a moment here real quick. And we have a board op, Ray Lewis, who passed away on Friday. So want to send condolences to his family, and he was such a fun-loving guy and a lot of fun to have working games for us over the last couple of years. Got to know him really well, but he passed away on Friday. So our thoughts and prayers with him and the rest of his family, and it's a difficult time, but I know that he enjoyed what he did with us, and me and him got along really well, and so I want to want to pass that along that, he passed away on Friday, and hopefully he was enjoying the state tournament.
All right, sorry to hear that. Our thanks also to Nick, of course, back at the station in Watertown, and also to Kurt. Kurt's been a great trooper.
Yeah,
Yep.
and for those that were in Brookings, that
yes.
we don't know your
Cami
name.
Powers
Cami
does a great
Powers.
job for Brookings, and she's a happy lady, and she's here, I'm sure, but they do a great job there too.
Unfortunately, we don't know the names of the board ops for the who was in Brookings on KKQQ, but we appreciate you too, and we appreciate you, the listener, and viewer over this last weekend, because it was a lot of fun over the last 2 weekends, bringing you all 22 games on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and on YouTube, watching at Capital City Rock Sports. So that'll wrap things up here for us from Sioux Falls, as we will bid you adieu till next hockey season. Shameless plug for me right now. Baseball starts April 1st. That is not a joke. There's an April Fools. April 1st is our first baseball game.
Unless it gets rained out.
Unless it gets rained out, then I guess I was joking. But it will be on the air on KCCR, and you can watch them on YouTube at KCCR Sports. That KCCR Sports page will have those baseball games for you coming up starting on April 1st. So thanks to all the board ops. For me, Spencer Kelly at the station right now. I believe Nick is at the station.
Nick is at our station.
And for our Brookings board up, again, not sure what the name is, but to Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, John Winkler, all 22 games are in the books. And a congratulations to the Brookings Rangers on another state championship. They win it 4-2 over the Rushmore Thunder, as we say good night, so long, and we'll see you next hockey season.
You've been listening to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramcoda. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota. Join us all weekend for more exciting boys varsity hockey action. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports